Alright, well, let's play Parasite Eve II. A game that I'm kind of... Well, the last time I played it was pretty much... I don't know actually, I think it was like a year ago. I downloaded the e-boot for my PSP and I was playing that. Not illegally, of course. I do own the game, the original PS1 disc, although that's in PAL and it runs on a Paisley 50 hertz per second, which is kind of bullshit. But there you go. I live in the UK, if you haven't realised from my accent. London, and yeah. I guess I'll just kind of, I'll just keep on talking as we go through. Let's skip that by accident. Didn't mean to skip that, but there you go. So I'm in this training segment, which I remember kind of being a bit irritating, really. Let me just check the stream. Yeah, as I say, it's my first time. Like, I don't even know if anyone's watching right now. Like, I don't have the chat window open or anything. I could check, I guess. I guess that's probably a good idea. The game has started. Hold on. Let me just see if I'm still streaming. I am indeed still streaming. And let me bring the chat window up in case anyone happens to stumble across this stream. How do I do that? I don't actually know. Like, I know, like, I'm just starting out, you know, but like, I have a bone or two to pick with Twitch sometimes. Like, as a kind of platform, it's a bit, like, it's a bit kind of counterintuitive to me. Like, it doesn't strike me as being very well designed. Again, like, that's just me kind of having a go at Twitch. But anyway, like, yeah, in any case, I'm just gonna go with playing the game. So, yeah, let's see. Cool. If I can get the controllers working. I apologize for... I mean, it's not terrible, but, okay, cool. Well, let's do a bit of training, I suppose, even though I don't really want to. Music. Crazy King. Let's go. I think my controls are messed up, actually. So I might actually have to do this again. No, they're not messed up. Never mind. I thought my square button was my X button for a second there. I don't know. Let's do level 5 just for shits and giggles. I'll take level 5, please. Real battle mode. A. You're the boss. I am the boss. Walk to the far left booth and proceed into the range area. So let me refamiliarize myself with the control scheme here. So you have to hold down circle to run. Apparently. Okay, cool. A mark on the far wall. Hold on a sec. Okay, cool. This control scheme is weird. Examine it. Yeah. Okay. Open the menu and select an item and add to your attachments. When you are finished, examine the A mark again. Now what's happening here? If your HP drops too low, training will be interrupted. Okay. Where are those targets at? Let me at it. This one. There's another. There's one right in front of my face. Man, it's really weird, like... It's almost as if, like, the aim and and the fire buttons are mixed up. It's like, it feels to me as if, I don't know, maybe there's like a different control scheme or something that I'm used to, I don't know. Whoops, that's right, that's cool. So yeah, shooting down these targets, kind of boring. Honestly. I've got 2 minutes left of this. But yeah, I can kind of, I'll just, I guess, see this as kind of just me refamiliarizing myself with the control scheme. So, yeah, it's like, I've always anticipated that it would be kind of difficult to talk whilst you're also trying to play a game at the same time, and that very much seems to be the case. Although it's not too bad, I guess. Like, I guess it's just something that you get better at the more you do it. But as the rest of this boring tutorial plays out, I guess I'll kind of just talk a bit about myself, in case you're curious. So yeah, like, I go by Bowjinjin. I guess that's kind of my tag or whatever. But my real name's Boris. I'm from the UK, as I said. Oh shit. This is real, you'd be dead, yeah, whatever. I'm not dead. I've got 10 HP left, I'm not dead. Yeah, I'm not gonna try that again. But yeah, so I'm from the UK, I'm Chinese, I'm 27, and yeah, I like games, you know, like, I've always liked games, and they've always been something that I've always kind of played them by myself. You know, they've always been kind of a personal thing for me. Although, like, you know, growing up, you know, being a console gamer, you know, I used to love playing like multiplayer games, playing games with my brother and my friends and things like that. So, so like the bulk of my gaming experience comes from consoles, basically. Like, actually, like, I don't actually have much PC gaming experience. But yeah, and so this game is one of the games I like. It's funny how I stumbled upon this game, actually, because although I was always kind of a Squaresoft fanboy, you know, I love the Final Fantasies. I played all the PS1 ones. I played the two. Well, if you count 10-2, then that's 3, I guess, unless I'm forgetting one. But I played all of the PS2 ones. I've played 13. Although, yeah, like, I mean, I don't really have to talk much about 13. It's kind of one of those, whew, you know, games. And then there was, played a bit of 13-2, but it was kind of the same thing. You could jump in that game. And I don't remember, you couldn't jump on command in the first 13. You had to kind of go onto these action points, if I recall correctly. But yeah, you know, so I played those, so I'm a massive Final Fantasy fan. Although I haven't really played that much of the older ones, like the SNES and earlier ones. But anyway, I kind of stumbled upon this game because I didn't really know much about Parasite Eve. Funnily enough, one day my brother, when he was out with my mom, he went to Game Station, which I now think is no longer existing in the UK. It used to be a game store, and he picked up a copy of Burning Rangers, which is a Saturn game. I actually have the Saturn. Shut up, Pierce. Ooh, I like those. I'm sure you do, Pierce. Okay. It's a long time ago. A long, long time ago. I still miss her dearly. Yeah, so he picked up that game, and then I think it was on because they used to do like these kind of 3 games for £10 offers. And I apologize if the interface is kind of blinking a bit on the I think because I am running this on emulator. 1 second. Yeah, that seems fine. I think. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, so hey Jody. Oh bubbly Jody, the weapon seller, the merchant. Yay. What will it be? Can I see a list? Weapons. That is a shotgun. I remember using that quite a lot. That is a rifle. I also remember using that a lot. I have only 200 bounty points, so I can't really do a lot there. Armor. Items. No, I remember that, yeah, you don't really need to buy anything at this point, this early in the game. Yep. Really? What a dumbass. Yeah, so anyway. Yeah, and he picked up those 2 games. He picked up this game along with Burning Rangers, and I thought it was pretty cool because I also really like Resident Evil. And this game really reminded me of Resident Evil, and so I was like, cool, I'll play through this. And yeah, and so I'm playing it again. It's kind of a good example of the kind of game that really captures that late 90s to early 2000 vibe that I guess you could call it like the latter half of like the kind of golden age of games when particularly in Japan, this was really kind of the golden era of console gaming, at least in Japan. But yeah, really cool game. I'm kind of happy that I have an excuse to play this again. Because I don't know why I stopped playing it. I was playing on PSP just for nostalgia's sake, but I stopped playing it. I think it was because I kind of got overwhelmed at some point. Because there's kind of a quick way of playing this game, and then there's a very kind of OCD way of playing this game where you kind of basically the way that this game works. Save my game. The way that this game works is that you kind of explore. You have different areas, so the map is broken up into various areas. What the hell? Seriously? Seriously? I can't save. I'm gonna have to save state it. If I can remember how to do that. Shit. Okay. Well, I'm going to have to save state it at some point. F1. Let me Google this real quick because save state shortcut. How do you use save state on EPSXE? That's what I want to find out, so I'm clicking on it. F1. So if I press F3, in theory, it should, yeah, cool, okay. I thought I was fucked there for a second. Yeah, so what I was saying, so this game, on the map, you'll see soon when I get into the first kind of real part of the game. Yeah. I think I'm fine. Don't need to buy anything. Unless I'm missing something around the environment. No, I don't think it's really that important anyway, so I'm just going to head off. Yeah, so basically, like, on the map, if you haven't yet explored an area, it shows up as red, right? and basically as you clear it, it becomes clear or white. But after kind of certain important kind of story events happen, then sometimes the areas kind of become red again. And red also indicates that there's monsters there, right? And if you're doing things the OCD way, then you have to be kind of vigilant whenever there's a cutscene or, you know, an important story event, because it means that there's more monsters to kill and more EXP to be had, right? And EXP is really important in this game because you have something called Parasite Energy, which is basically like the magic in this game. You have to unlock your latent mitochondria skills, and then you have to level them up with EXP, right? And the first time I played this game, I played through it kind of the short, kind of lazy way, where I just kind of go with the story. And by the time I got to the end, it became really difficult because like my Parasite Energy like hadn't been leveled up enough. So this is one of the coolest, most impressive scenes in the game, in my opinion. It's just so cool. Like the FMV, the pre-rendered background moves along with the character and looks really cool. It looks kind of a bit odd because I'm running this on emulator, and so like the kind of in-game models are really kind of smoothed out, and the kind of pre-rendered backgrounds are kind of a bit low res. So there's kind of like a stark contrast between the two. And we talked to this questionably competent cop who basically tells us jack shit about what's going on. The situation, it's out of control. We had a team on the roof before we lost contact, and now our helicopter's down. What the fuck? I've been standing here just witnessing the whole thing. You know, yeah, I would have gone in, but I was eating donuts or something. Yeah, so this asshole is basically going like, yeah, there's some shit going down, but like that's all I'm gonna tell you. So we go along. We stare at Aya's ass because it's kind of wiggling from side to side very nicely. Oh my god, that was the helicopter. Now it's like a dolphin fin sticking up in the air. Yeah. So we talked to this guy and he's like, yeah, blah blah. Well, SWAT went in about 10 minutes ago, but we seem to have lost contact. Which is the exact same thing the other guy said. Any civilians inside? They've already been evacuated. They were yelling about creatures. I see. Thank you. That's where I come in. I'm from MIST. Mitochondria investigation specialist team or something like that. I don't know. That was actually a guess. It's probably pretty close though. And so we enter the Akropolis Plaza, and Sergeant, an FBI agent just went into the building. That hunter from MIST, right? MIST, Sergeant? Yeah, haven't you heard of them? Damn rookies! They're monster hunters. More like suicide people. Yeah. So this game kind of carries on from the original Parasite Eve game, which I played, but funnily enough, like a lot of people actually prefer the first game, or at least that's my understanding. And but in my case, I don't know, like I tried playing the first game. It was after I played the second game. So that's your magic. I tried playing the first game, and I don't know, I got to a point where I actually got stuck. But like, funnily enough, like, I never actually got too into that game. I don't know. It could be because just simply because the game was a bit older. But like, to me, like, the atmosphere in this game is a lot more kind of potent than in the first game. It feels more memorable to me because of that. And so yeah, like, I don't know, I don't remember much from the first game, but yeah, this game kind of carries on a couple years, I think, after the first game ends. So yeah, so let's go on ahead in here, and then once we do that, it's like, oh fuck. It's like, holy shit, what the fuck happened in here, man? There was like a massive massacre in here. Holy shit. Man, like, I can't remember how old exactly I was when I played this game, but yeah, like, I imagine I wasn't that young, but I also wasn't, like, I think I was like maybe in my mid-teens, something like that. And I'm like 27 now. So, but like, I must have been, actually, I think it was past the point, because I used to be like a massive fraidy cat when it came to and yeah, sorry, I was kind of talking over that thing where that monster came up. That's a bit of very blatant foreshadowing as like as to like what I'm gonna be soon encountering. This is Baldwin. What? SWAT? I see. It's unusual for MMCs to do this kind of damage. We need more information. Just use sufficient caution. I will do, and also I cannot save, but I will save state it. Like that. Cool. So let's explore a bit. As I recall, there's not really anything much like really of interest here. Yep. So you have to press X to go up and down stairs. There's something on the bench. Well, let's go check it out then. It's a ammunition box, conveniently filled with an infinite supply of ammunition. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm gonna pick that up. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. There is one really important thing, that if you want to get some really cool weapons in the end game, then you need to basically there's a missable item in this first part of the game that I remember the first time I played this and I read an FAQ on it. I was like, man, I missed that. I was like, oh man, like, I could have gotten some cool weapons. But yeah, we'll see when that comes up, and hopefully I won't miss it. Like, I think I remember how to get it, but yeah, we'll see. Anyway, let's go in here first. Freeze!
Don't shoot, FBI! Are you hurt?
Nothing serious. I'll be okay. Don't worry about me, honey.
Where's the rest of the SWAT team?
Didn't you see them? They killed everyone.
Everyone?
All except this lady, a civilian. She wasn't made it to the chopper. If I wasn't... I'm not even advancing this text, it's just auto-advancing at such like a quick rate. Yep, so I get the cafeteria key. Awesome. Watch your back. Okay, guy. I'll watch my back. Hey, Coke. Man, I haven't... Yeah. I don't drink Coke. I don't think I've... Well... Yeah, I don't think I've drank Coke. Or rather, drunk Coke for like at least a year. I'm not a big fan of fizzy drinks. I used to love fizzy drinks, but now I just drink plain old water because it's good for you. Yeah, so for anyone who might be watching this, like, it is my first ever stream, and so, like, I don't even know how to check my chat. I'm streaming this off of OBS, which I just researched and found out about, like, literally like a couple hours ago. If I remember correctly, like, this is the way to go down. I might be completely wrong, but I'm gonna go this way. So yeah, but in any case, wait, hold on. No, I think that's the cafeteria is this side. I remember because I was recently watching someone let's play this. But I'm going to quickly go this way just in case there's anything that might be obtainable, even though I kind of doubt it. Let's see. No, I'm completely wrong. This is the way to the cafeteria. Never mind. So that poor guy is being, like, ravaged by this creature. And I'm gonna dispatch him because he's killing that dude. Yep. Try and bite me. I'm gonna do it. Whoops. Reload. No. I'm gonna use some magic on you. You did. Wow. Yeah, so I mean, yeah, so as you can see, the controls in this game. Holy fuck, the guy's missing an eye. Everything's gonna be okay. Oh, sorry, that was Aya.
Everything's gonna be okay.
They know what they see. Ugh. I'm dead. Shit, was he missing an arm as well? Yeah, so if, as you can see in this game, let's see, I think I check the map like that. Yeah, so that red dot is where I'm supposed to go. I guess I'll just go there because, for pacing's sake. So it's kind of like a mashup between, I guess, Resident Evil, like tank style controls, and I don't know really. It's just like it has RPG elements because instead of like a life thing like in Resident Evil, you have like hit points.
Ma'am, you're safe now. I'm with the FBI. I'm gonna get you out of here.
Oh dear. Are you okay? Do you need help to get up? Yeah, I remember being thoroughly disgusted by this when I was a kid, or when I was playing this the first time. Yeah, so as I was saying, like, it's the kind of thing, like, I think this is a general thing with like all Resident Evil games, apart from maybe 6, because that was kind of really weird, that game. But like with Resident Evil games, it's kind of like the more that you play it, like it's really awkward to play when you play it the first time. The more experience you have with like kind of Resident Evil style controls, it gets really easy, and it becomes really easy to kind of, you know, play effectively and dodge enemies and stuff like that. Although I may very soon, oh, he disappeared there. I may very soon eat my words when I fail to kill this guy or this bitch. Well, he's behind a table, so. Oh shit! Oh shit! No! Oh shit! Serious! It's serious. Okay, blast your ass. Blast your ass again. Wow, that's really fast. That's really fast. Like, I remember, like, because my fire spell is only level 1. So, yeah, like, I remember it kind of taking a long time to charge up, but it actually didn't take that long to charge up.
I've never seen this type of creature before. There's some kind of metal implant behind its ear cavity. What's this?
Metallic implant. Don't turn around. Damn. This is where Rupert demonstrates his masculinity. New species?
It can mimic human form.
What? It was disguised?
No, it transformed.
When a SWAT officer asked me to come rescue her. SWAT? If you say so, Yeah. Actually, I remember a lot about this game. But perhaps, but it's mostly the first part of the game, because this part is really, it's obvious that they put a lot of kind of polish on this first part of the game. Because obviously it's the first part of the game and they really need to sell it. So now, as you'll see, the areas that I've explored are normal coloured, and the areas that I've yet to explore that contain enemies are red coloured. And so, we will traverse this treacherous landscape and dispatch enemies as they come. So let's rip off a fire, they don't flinch! How do I switch her? Whoops. Yeah, so as you can see, enemies are pretty easy to dodge. This guy's dead. And in any case, I don't know if the enemies particularly get harder in, towards the end of the game. I guess they do, there are some really, fucking annoying enemies towards, latter half of the game. But, yeah. So let's see. My goal for this stream is hopefully to get to, at least the end of the Akropolis Plaza by the end of this playthrough. So I'm going to go pretty much at pace. I think that door might be locked, which is why there's no kind of extension of the map there. Yeah, hopefully I might face the side way a bit better so that my voice gets picked up by the mic a bit better. Yeah, so anyway, let's go back up and go to the other side. Let's actually see how much... Yeah, so this is the menu. This is your parasite energy list. So as you can see, I have pyrokinesis at level 1, that's my fire spell. And then we have all of these different elements, and I need experience basically to awaken them and then to level them up. So generally speaking, the more that you level spells up, the greater the range becomes, the lower the casting time becomes, and also the lower the MP cost becomes. But in terms of their usefulness, pyrokinesis is pretty cool. I kind of forget what that one does specifically, but you have healing, which is very useful. Because obviously healing items are limited in this game, because it's kind of like a Resident Evil kind of type game. That one recovers status effects, which becomes more useful towards the later part of the game. You have this spell. When I first played this game, I was like, this is useless, because the level 1 rendition of this spell is pretty fucking useless. But the more that you level it, the more it becomes awesome, because basically it's this area, it's this kind of large area of effect spell, which basically dispatches smaller enemies, weaker enemies really quickly, which is really useful for conserving ammo and just like doing things quickly and efficiently. This one is not quite as useful, but I guess like when you level it up, like it does become good. Antibody is pretty useful. Energy shot is really useful against bosses, and that's basically your parasite energies. Like once you, well, I think it's when you awaken all energies, or no, when you've maxed. I think I might be wrong, but I think when you max the 2 spells of each element, then a third spell becomes available. So, for example, once I max out Pyrokinesis and Combustion, then I'll get a third fire spell, which, if I remember correctly, is like this massive explosion thing. But yeah, and then I think water was some life-draining spell. But anyway, that's Parasite Energy, which is basically your magic. Really useful. Music level. Yeah, I actually never want to walk, so I'm gonna put that to run. Save my thumb, like having to always be on the circle button. And also in this game, you have to basically you have armor, and your armor has attachment slots. And when you're in battle, you can only utilize the items that are in your attachment slots. So basically, you have to set those up prior to when you're in a fight. So you always want to make sure that you have all of the like effect items, which basically like have like kind of passive effects in battle. Like for this, like for example, this you have like kind of like a map indicator of where the enemies are relative to you, and then you have your ammo, which enables you to manually reload, and then you have your recovery items, right? You also might want to put like extra weapons in there in case you want to switch your weapons on the fly. But that's basically it. As you get kind of further in the game, you get better armor, and also you can get armor with more attachment slots, and you can also add attachment slots to your armor. You also get kind of different ammo types and things like that. But anyway, that's basically the menu screen. So let's go. So yeah, I guess like my kind of I just obviously started streaming games. My kind of overall kind of mission statement, I guess you could say, for this is obviously to stream games, but kind of with a focus on I think that should be fine. I think like I'm just gonna state it here just in case, but there's a point, I think like actually from here on out, yeah, he locks it. So that shady guy that we met right at the beginning locked the door. Nothing suspicious about that at all. Let's go down the stairs to a new area, kill some more enemies. Okay, so I think that what you saw there is that you do more damage when it's either when they're back turned or when they haven't noticed you. So when it's like a surprise attack, you kind of do like more critical damage. This guy is not alive. Such incredible power. He was like eviscerated in seconds. So there's an elevator here, but there's no power. So we have to somehow activate the power in order to operate the elevator. There's a gate here which should be open, and it's not. Spoilers. Okay, so there's part of the cafeteria I haven't actually explored yet. Yeah, so my kind of I want to play games mostly that I deem to be good games, I guess. Because why wouldn't you play games that you don't enjoy? I mean, you know, yeah, like I guess some streamers like to, you know, stream new content all the time. But I want to start off just streaming games that I like. Particularly if they don't have as much coverage as I think they should. Like, for example, this game. This game is, I think, a hidden gem. Not many people you know of it. As far as I can tell, like when I was kind of doing a search on, okay, I've got to pull back up, so I'm gonna go back to the save phone. Yeah, like I didn't really see anyone who really was doing like a serious playthrough of this. So yeah. Yeah, and also, I have a YouTube channel as well, but my YouTube channel isn't about gaming. My YouTube channel is more of a vlog channel. So on YouTube I do vlogs, but basically like I vlog about things like personal development, and I call it conscious development, but like you can also call it like spirituality or things like that. Yeah, so I can't save. I keep forgetting that. Yeah, so it's under the same name that I have here, Bowjinjin.